I am an astronomer, a word where the letters can be rearranged to moon starer. This means I stare at the moon and stars even when I'm not on a hot date. I stare at the night sky because everything up there tells us a story. Some of these stories we've known for a long time. For example, we know that the moon orbits the Earth, and this is what causes the phases. Some of these we've only known a lot more recently. For example, it's been less than 100 years since a man named Sir Arthur Eddington first proposed that hydrogen is converted into helium at the center of stellar cores, and this is why stars shine. This light from stars can then travel hundreds or even thousands or millions of years before we see it here on Earth. I also love the night sky because you can answer so many simple questions just by looking up. Here's a good example of a question that every 5-year-old asks at some point. Why is the sky dark at night? Now, if you're the parent, you tell your child it's because the sun has set and get to bed already. But I hope we're beyond the intellectual level of a 5-year-old and we can think about this a little bit more. After all, I just told you that light from stars can travel millions of miles to reach us on Earth. So why is it that we don't see a lot of old stellar light everywhere we look, and instead we see a lot of black with a few stars in it? This is a very important question in astronomy known as Olber's paradox, and it has an important answer as well. The universe must have had a beginning, or else we would see old stars literally everywhere we look. And it turns out modern science has actually concluded this. We now know that the universe is about 13.7 billion years, plus or minus a few 100,000 or so. It's pretty amazing, frankly, if you think about it, that we can figure out the universe has a beginning just by looking up and asking a few questions. Now, I love astronomy because I get to explore the universe and think of these questions and try to answer them. But I've talked to a few people out there who tell me that when they look up at the night sky and think of these big questions, they feel very small and scared and try to turn their eyes down and think of something else. If you find yourself in this position, though, I have some advice. Please remember that we are the only ones who look up, and we are important because we explore the universe and because we try to answer these questions. After all, of all the amazing things we've seen in the universe, we are the only ones who stare back. You are small, but a part of it all, and have fun explaining the age of the universe to your 5-year-old.